Hi, I'm Jess, and this is Jamie the Sim. Welcome to the channel. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to part two of this Queen Anne Victorian Sims 3 build. So today we're mainly looking at windows and doors. For some reason, when I was doing this bit, my game was starting to lag a lot, so I couldn't get through nearly as much as I wanted to in one session. So I'm just popping the stairs in, deleting out those spots, just so that, it all looks nice and clean and neat. Adding in some more fencing over here. This is the exit from the laundry. So hence why I haven't done the fancy thing. If I go any further in with the stairs as well, you won't be able to get out a door. And then this is the garage entrance into the kitchen. So we're not going to spend too much time on the interior today. We're kind of in and out a little bit as we place the doors and windows. So we're going into a really, really frustrating part where trying to find the right windows, because I had some cool ideas for what was going to go on the turret at the side, but it obviously couldn't go anywhere else. And then obviously we're in and out of creator style a fair bit as we get this all done. It all looks really good. So I've got this idea now because this is on the lot that belongs to the Vandenbergs. The Vandenbergs in Hidden Springs are meant to be the king and queen. So Hidden Springs is kind of inspired by like a fairy tale type area. There's a fountain of youth that you can place and find. Some of the townies have a lovely green hue to their skin. Except, like I said in the last video, the builds are so ugly in such a beautiful world that is meant to be really fairy tale inspired. So I think I do want to, kind of focus a lot of the decor and stuff around the Vandenbergs, just for the sake of this particular build. But like, as much as it's pretty, it's not very kind of palacey, especially if they're meant to be the king and queen of the realm, if you want to say so. I think after I'm kind of done with this, I think I would like to kind of move them back in and build them an actual palace, because even the existing house that was here was pretty, like, it's lovely and it's grand and it's huge, but it's not fairy tale palace, you know. So I do have a lot of, castle stuff from the store that I think that's going to be my next kind of build challenge, is an actual palace for the Vandenbergs. And then we might kind of get around the house that's directly across the street from this build, the big ugly yellow thing. It's horrendous. We all know this. So I think I want to kind of play with that as well. But I don't know much about the family who lives there, because normally when I play in Hidden Springs, I move that family out and just kind of kick them out and then build my own house on that lot. So I don't know much about them, but maybe that could be the next kind of challenge, is going through and kind of renovating the existing builds in Hidden Springs. And maybe even, editing the Sims themselves a little bit so that they are a bit more, fairy tale-y rather than the modern that they are at the moment. So we're still going on the windows. This is going to be there's a lot of windows in this particular video, but I do like this black and white color scheme that's happening. Although this is so frustrating when the order of the colors in the creator style is not the same on every item. So sometimes you have to guess. It's also not particularly clear which square corresponds to which part of the item. So sometimes you have to kind of, it's a bit of a guessing game to figure out which part it is that you're actually recoloring. Because of the porches, this house is not going to be particularly light. which is a bit of a shame. I would have liked it to be a bit lighter and brighter. I am gonna do. I have many more ideas for this particular house and different ways that I'm gonna renovate it and stuff. So we will be kind of playing around with that just to kind of see what else we can do with it, get a bit more lightness in there. The floor plan, I think I said this in the last video, I don't know how playable it's going to be for The Sims, so I am going to kind of move the Vandenbergs back in and just kind of see how it rolls. I think in the next video we're going to get to a lot of landscaping and a lot of kind of exterior builds on the lot, which I've already done. I just haven't edited the video. So yeah, I think that's going to be the plan. This archway I really love. That's from the store content, but it's something, I can't remember the name of the pack that it comes in, but it's something to do with fairy tales and magic. I think it's called the Magic Mystique Arch or something like that. I've used different windows from lots of different packs in this build. Right at the front, we've got the Supernatural ones. I love being able to stack those on top of each other. It's better if you've got like a double, if your build allows for a double height room, like a big grand ballroom or something. They're really huge and really grand, and when you stack them on top of each other, it's really seamless, so it kind of looks like one big window. I think that's a really cool feature, and I love these French doors. These French doors, I don't think I've done a build since the Supernatural pack was released where I haven't included these French doors. I use them everywhere. I love using them as internal doors as well, between houses, between rooms, I should say. Now, what you're going to see here is mucking around with windows that are going to fit with this roof style. And I know there's cheats, and I know there's custom content. I know there's ways around this, but I wanted to keep it nice and clean. I want it to be actually playable. I don't want anything kind of cutting in. And obviously with The Sims 3 and the roofs, it is particularly limited. So what I'm actually going to do is completely remove that roof entirely. Oh, I think I'm trying something else, but it's still going to give me exactly the same height. And you can get it lower, but it's going to then lower every single roof at the same time. And I didn't want to do that because the roof on the top was so fiddly and so kind of hard to work out as it was. So I've done something a bit special. I'm also noticing as I'm watching this back that the blue end pieces I haven't put onto that bedroom. So I will fix that up next time I'm actually in the build. I've got a couple of videos to edit before I actually go back into the game. So I'm going to very carefully here place these flower pots using the Alt key so I can get it into the corner tiles of the grid. And then I'm very quickly going to discover that it didn't work properly and it was kind of worthless. So I'm gonna have to move them all around anyway. But it was a great idea while it lasted. Yep, there we go. It doesn't look as good. I think there's still more that I can do. I can kind of fill that up a bit. But for now, I think that, you know, it still looks pretty, and then we can get some actual nice looking windows in instead of having to just pick and choose the crappy little ones that will fit above the roof level. So those rooms at the back there, that entire side is the master suite according to the official floor plan, which I don't hate. And then, so at the front here, I've gone for different windows. I think these are just base game windows, but at least they've got that nice kind of sash at the top. So I'm just recoloring them exactly the same, and they're going to do the same thing where it'll color one entire side, one color. So you've kind of got to rearrange it a little bit, just double check. Yeah, all good. So one of those little bump outs is an actual dormer, and one is a walk-in wardrobe. that belongs to that front bedroom with the balcony. I do love a dormer. I can't explain why. I just do. Yet more French doors. And then I think we're going to start looking at the interior doors as well. So that is another internal door that I use all the time. That one's called the Caesar's Pathway. I'm pretty sure it's either from the store or a pack, but I can't remember which. I just know that it is one of my favorites. Same with the front door as well. I use that one all the time and just kind of recolor it how I like. I'm kind of excited to furnish that garage actually, because normally I keep them kind of boring, but I do want to fill it up with some stuff, put some actual clutter in. I'm not normally huge on clutter, especially when you're playing, because the more items you have on your lot, the slower the game works. So to avoid, too much lag, I like to kind of keep my game fairly clean. But if we're just, kind of building for the sake of building, why not go nuts? There are so many clutter items that I don't use very often at all, if ever. I'm probably going to find a whole bunch of new stuff when I start seriously looking through the catalogue. So that about wraps us up for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I know this one was a bit nothing because all we did was doors and windows, but the next couple are going to get way more exciting. I promise. I'm going to try out some cool stuff on the landscaping. I'm very, very excited for it. So thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave me some nice comments, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks everyone. Bye.